Hey there, what's going on? This week I want to share with you 3 core exercises that I think every athlete should know. So first exercise is called a dead bug. You may have heard of this one before, but we're going to start down on our back, knees stacked right over hips, hands on the low belly. I want you to take a nice deep breath in. And as you finish your breath out, I want you to feel like you're bracing for a punch, like someone was going to come and poke you right in the belly button there. It's that kind of feeling that we want to activate deep in the abs. The other thing I want to remind you of is that we want the low back to be pretty flush with the ground. We don't want a super arched back, and if you're really feeling like you can't quite get there, one of the ways to do that is to take a rolled up blanket and put it right up underneath your seat, okay? So your tailbone should be lengthening towards the short edge of your mat here. So with your hands on your belly so you can kind of feel that activation happening, go ahead and extend the left leg long, bring it back up to center, and then the right leg, and so on and so forth. So this is option number 1 for dead bug. It's actually just kind of bicycling the legs out and away. And you'll see lots of people kind of doing this motion at the gym or wherever you work out, but the real magic happens when you can go nice and slow and control the full range of movement, okay? 2.0 is we want to add the arms to it. So now I'll extend opposite arm, opposite leg away from center, and then slowly bring them back to center. And we'll just continue on like this, under tension here, really owning and controlling the full range of movement. Taking big breaths in, big breaths out, and going nice and slow. If you want to kind of dial it up a little bit, go ahead and straighten the legs and see if you can drop one leg at a time to the floor and come back up. Or you could even keep the legs stacked and drop both heels at the same time to the floor and bring them back up again. Now the closer you drop the heels to your seat, the easier it will be. The further you try to drop the heels, the harder it will be. You might see I have a little bit of the shakes happening, and that's a good thing. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 means we flip over into tabletop. And exercise number 2 is called bird dog, and I'm sure you've heard of this before, and you've probably done it a million times in yoga class or as part of maybe your pre-workout warm-up. But we're going to do bird dog a little bit differently. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and I want you to take that same nice big breath in that we did when we were laying on our back. Brace for that punch, and I want you to feel the muscular activation that's needed in order to lift this right hand up off the mat. But you're going to do it really slow. So you just want to get into contact with what has to happen in these other 3 limbs and my core in order for me to lift this hand. Go ahead and do that with the left arm. Then try it with the right knee and the left knee. So the movements here, to kind of as a primer, are really subtle, but they're very important, okay? So now that you've got a sense for the bracing that needs to happen here, let's go ahead and lift opposite arm and opposite leg slowly, extend out and away, and then bring back to center nice and slow and under control. And the goal is to keep everything else silent as you're moving the opposite arm, opposite leg. You'll probably see people at the gym kind of going through the motions, doing a bird dog that kind of looks like this. That's all momentum based. We're doing it slow and controlled, muscular based, okay? So again, lift, extend, bring back to center. Okay, so nice and slow. Exercise number 3 is called a hovering tabletop, and this is one of my personal favorites. I can't say that it's my students' personal favorites because it's hard, but it's hard in a good way. So we're going to go back into tabletop. We're gonna tuck the toes. You might have to shorten your stance just a little bit to get the leverage you need. Big breath in. As you finish that big breath out, you create that bracing here, and you're gonna press down to hover the knees off the floor, okay? So right away, we've created some tension here. And just start by doing that a few times. Knees go down, knees go up, knees go down, knees go up. Then, if you want to add some more complexity to it, we'll lift a hand. So as you get yourself set up here in hovering tabletop, press down through your other 3 limbs and feel what needs to happen in order to lift the right hand. What about the left hand? What about the right toes? Maybe the knee comes to the elbow. Left toes up, maybe knee comes to the elbow. Now, if you really want to get into it, you can try a hovering table bird dog. I don't know if that's really a thing, but we're gonna go for it. Tuck the toes, hover the table, press down to lift. Maybe you extend, maybe not. And come back to center. And as you can see, all of these exercises really require that deep core activation that's necessary. So it's not just about having 6-pack abs, it's about developing that deep core strength that you'll need as you dip into your longer and longer runs. So that's it for this week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed those 3 core exercises. Start small with 1 set of each of those. Just kind of roll it into your existing strength workout, or at the end of your run when you drop down on the floor to do all that stretching that I know you're doing, throw a few of these in there. Start small, 1 set, and work incrementally up from there. Okay guys, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you all soon. Bye.